from Ford Field in Detroit. It's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. The Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Watts. The ball popped in the air, intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Hayes. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Hayes pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Hits his target, Hunter. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Operating from the gun, Hayes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On second down now, it's Smith, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. Marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Face mask. Defense. This is unbelievable.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. It took out of their hands, having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
First and 10. Watts out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
From the gun, Watts. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. 6 catches, 85 yards.
And how about the first month that he's had? Leads the league in receiving, making all the big catches, and becoming a bona fide #1 guy for his team.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll give this one to Pittman. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Complete to
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride. You can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dallas.
First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Operating from the gun, Watts. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Watts. Open man is Kirk, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Kirk. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Lions' 28-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. And he rifles one incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. 3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Operating from the gun, Watts. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Lions to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. From the gun, Hayes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Hayes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. operating from the gun. Hayes. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Seems to me that our friend, old momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Watts. Short throw to Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
From the gun, Watts. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Second and goal from the 1. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin with a run by Smith. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
To the ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
First and
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The throw over the middle, taken in. The 30, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Point after here coming up. At 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
First down.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watts. Now to the right and complete to Pittman. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Gain of 5. Brings up second.
Looking to throw on second down. Watts. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, Watts. They're going right back to Pittman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on first down. Watts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Watts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Watts. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 24-21, the final score. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. 20-17, your final. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your
and he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage.
From behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Taken down and sacked.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Taken right around the 44.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
You gotta be kidding me.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Saquon Barkley,
A gain of 3, second down.
tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Watts. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. That's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. Watts. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, McClellan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Hayes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Calling on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down. Hayes. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it.
red zone now. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Intercepted by the Cowboys. They'll take over first.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Off the bootleg. Watts gives this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw on second down. Watts buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watts. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is Barkley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So he's in for his third score of the game, and a defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
The quarterback sacked.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Hayes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense set to take over.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Hayes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
number 82.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Hayes throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Hayes to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Hayes. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Operating from the gun, Hayes, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A first down carry for Barkley. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Watts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
First and 10. Hayes. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Final score, Cowboys.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Dallas, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.